We all got skills. We have talents and we have passions. But mine happens to be sex. This is the Funsexual podcast with your oversharing swinky best friend, Majesty. And I'm talking sex and all of the ways and all of the things that make sex, well, fun. If you're watching this right now, please understand that I am not washing not on one fucking dish. I don't know if you guys heard my throat just make that noise. I can't wait to listen to this playback. Anyway, I ain't washing not a dish tonight. It's late. And so yeah, we're gonna drink out the bottle because I'm a classy bitch and that's what classy bitches do. I'm kidding. Hey y'all. Welcome back to the Funsexual podcast. It's me, Majesty, aka the wholesome hoe, aka the sexy sweetheart, aka a fistful of fun, aka the play party princess, aka chocolate Velma. But y'all can call me Maj or Majesty. Either is fine. How y'all feeling today? Tonight, whatever time you're listening to this, I am recording this. It is almost 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all. Why? Because my priorities ain't together. I'm kidding. Actually, no, I'm not. My priorities this week were not together. I definitely planned on sitting down with my mom. I'm really excited to record an episode with my mom. I love her so much. I think that she's super dope. And whenever somebody asks me like how I'm able to like be comfortable being me and, putting myself out there in these ways, I always kind of start with like my mom always just allowed me to be myself. So I'm really excited to actually have her on the podcast. So that'll be coming up soon. I really want to sit down and record that episode next week, but we'll see. I'm going to try. Checking in. These last couple weeks have been just a little interesting for me for several reasons that I'm probably not going to share here, at least not yet. But it's just been a really interesting couple of weeks. It's been a fun couple of weeks. It's definitely been a busy couple of weeks. It's Pride Month. Happy Pride, babies. I'm very excited for Pride Month. I have a couple different things that I'm doing. I know next weekend I'm supposed to be heading to a like super duper gay picnic, and I'm really excited to wear some like rainbow everything and just be super gay at this picnic in Philly. So I'm excited about that. I've decided that I am definitely going to be taking a little bit more me time. I'm really social all the time, and being social all the time, I don't know. It's like it's fun, and I do it because I have FOMO. Obviously, like I just don't know how to stay my ass inside, but after doing a whole bunch of like socializing and being with people, I always need to like retreat and go back to just being alone. So I'm definitely going to be taking a little bit more me time in these upcoming months. Last weekend, actually, I took the bus out and I went on a camping trip. I took the bus. I drove about 30 minutes, I would say like west of where I live, and camped out on a farm. I camped out on a farm and I was just, I didn't even do anything. I camped out by myself. It was me and Raisin, and didn't do anything. I slept, I read, I ate, I colored, I sat outside and it was on a farm, so I was just watching goats and fucking camels and shit. There was some other campers that I met that were there, and I just, sat and talked to them for maybe 2 hours out of the 2 days that I was there. But it was just so nice to just be away and be like quiet. It was just quiet. It was away, and I had no plans. I had no parties to go to. I had no social events to attend. I just was there, and it was so nice. So I definitely want to do some more of that. I also just want to do more camping in general. I want to take the bus out on some trips this summer. Like, I want this summer, with the price of flights, I'm not going to be doing too much flying. So I'm trying to find some like fun local things to do, and I think some camping trips would be really, really dope to do. Excuse me. If you hear those long pauses followed by a, that was because I'm taking a sip of this wine. It's not enough to get me lit, by the way, y'all. What was it? 2 weeks ago? A week ago? I have a couple secret talents, right? One of my secret talents is that I could literally find anything about anybody. It's it's kind of bad. So one of my friends was she had a friend that she couldn't get in touch with. I'm gonna give y'all the short version of the story. She had a friend that she couldn't get in touch with. Stop it, Raisin. And so, you wanna come up here? Come on. So she sent me 2 pictures that he sent her. And based on those 2 pictures, I was pretty much able to find like where he lived. I know that shit is crazy, but it's something I've always been good at. My friends have always made fun of me because of it, but like, I don't know. I'm really good at finding out information. I really think that I could have a career as like a private detective or some shit, or like a not a private detective, a private investigator. I could totally be a private investigator, and that skill honestly ends up coming in handy like a lot more. But it's funny every time I realize that I'm good at it. I just laugh and I be like, yo, I'm fucking good. I'm really fucking good. Other updates. I want to get y'all's thoughts on this, right? So, and I'm probably going to turn this into a clip because I really want to get y'all's thoughts on this. So I went out a couple, maybe like a week or two ago. And normally I'm not somebody who really approaches people to talk to them, especially not men. But, fuck it. Like, I'm just kind of in a place where like either shit is going to work or shit is not. Like, I'm not going to spin my wheels too much thinking about it, or thinking myself out of it. Like, if I want to talk to somebody, I'm just going to walk up to them and talk to them. So I was out at this game night and I saw this attractive guy. So I walked up to him, and it was really, where we were, it was really, really loud. The music was blasting, so you couldn't even really hear the person talking next to you. So I walked up to this guy and I was just like, hi, I'm Maj. And he told me his name. And I said, okay, well, like, I'd really like to, chat with you. I'd really love to give you my number. He like laughed, and then he gave me his phone, and I put my number in his phone. A couple days later, he ended up texting me, and we were having a nice little conversation. Now, there are several things that I am no longer doing in my like attempt to date or have a dating life, right? One, if I don't know you from the Funsexual or from the podcast, I ain't leading with it. I'm not leading with it at all, because I acknowledge that anybody who just looks at the Funsexual on Instagram, or it barely looks at it, or someone who just listens to the podcast without like knowing anything about me, they're definitely going to get a wrong impression of who I am and what message I am trying to convey. So I'm not leading with that anymore. Not that I actually did, but like, I probably ain't going, if you don't know it, I ain't gonna tell you about it until I'm ready to tell you about it. And another thing that I am not doing is, or the one thing that I am doing is, I'm dating a lot more intentionally. I'm not going to be falling into like these super casual situations. I've fallen into so many like casual relationships with people, and I'm not doing that anymore. If my intention is to put you as a friend, that is where you're going to be. If my intention is to date you and to get to know you and to, hopefully, see where things go with you or have something more with you, I'm going to move in that way, right? So this guy is texting me. We're having a conversation. It was really, really good, back and forth or whatever. And then he was like, when you come back out this way to New York, we should, go grab something, or we should go link up or something like that. And I said, that sounds cool, but I'm not linking up with you. Like, I'd rather go on like an actual date. And he was like, well, I wouldn't call it a date. And I was like, so what do you call a date? And he's like, well, I don't really like the word date. And I'm like, but you're almost 30. Like, what do you mean you don't like the word date? So I thought about it, and I would text him back, and I was like, thank you for your time. You seem really nice, but this ain't it. And he was just like, okay, have a good day. And we left it at that. And I've thought about it a couple times, and I was like, am I wrong for that? But like, you don't like the word date? To me, that was definitely giving red flag. But I am interested to see what y'all think about that. I don't know. I just feel like if you want to sit down and get to know me, first of all, I live almost 2 hours away from you. So if I come up that way and we go sit down and I grace you with my presence, because my presence is a present, and I grace you with my present, we're going on a fucking date. Because if you want to just sit down and link up, best believe I am not putting you better not bite me, Raisin. Best believe I am not going to be putting a whole bunch of effort and energy into my appearance or into making sure that I arrive on time or anything else. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to try to impress you. None of that stuff. If we're just linking up. Now, if we're going on a date, that's when I'll get dressed up. That's when I'm going to show up. But if we're just linking up, you're not going to get the best version of me. I'm going to be 100% honest. You're not going to get the best version of me. You're going to get me tired. You're going to get me looking real fucking regular. Like, you're going to get me on some, like, when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to fucking go kind of shit. Like, I'm not going to zhuzh it up. Because fuck, what for? I don't have to, when I just want to hang out with my friends, I don't have to get dressed up or, necessarily put my best foot forward. I just get to show the fuck up. You don't want me to just show the fuck up. Especially not as somebody who's interested in me. You ain't gonna be interested in me if I just show the fuck up. I'm just saying. Anyway, that happened, and I didn't know if I was tripping, but I really don't think that I'm tripping. I think that he was tripping. I digress. Anyway, I have been talking, if you follow me on Twitter, which if you don't, you should, at the Funsexual on Twitter. Little plug there. I have been very strongly considering going into so y'all know that I'm on Excite Bunny and doing well on Excite Bunny. Follow me there as well. What would Maj do? I have been very strongly considering going into actual porn, actual P and VG on camera type shit, right? I'm actually going to do it. It's not even a strong consideration. I'm going to do it. I just have to find the right people to do it with, because in my mind, I've never actually shot a porn scene. I've made a couple little home videos, and they'd just be short, regular shit, but I've never really tried to make a good quality home video or anything like that. If I'm going to do that and I'm going to put it out there, it's going to be the fuck good. Do you hear me? It's going to be the fuck good. And in order for me to, make sure that I'm going to have a good video, I want it to be people that I'm comfortable with and people that I'm semi-familiar with. And then I realized that I don't have a lot of friends, especially not a lot of male friends, that would feel comfortable fucking on camera. And so, I'm going through my Rolodex of people that I would want to do this scene that I have played in my head. That would be so fucking dope, y'all. So if y'all see me on a Twitter preview coming near you, just understand that it wasn't by accident. I didn't end up on a casted couch. This is some shit that I fucking planned out, and I'm really excited about it because the scene that I have in my mind, I even talked it through with somebody, and he was like, I like that. And I was like, I know this shit is lit. Okay? So, y'all might be seeing me doing a little bit of porn. Some soft corn porn upcoming. Who the fuck knows? Honestly, the way life be lifing, I don't know what's coming next. I never know what's coming next at this point. That's really how I feel. I feel like, honestly, since the pandemic, life has just been extremely unpredictable. You don't know. You don't know from day to day how much something's going to cost, or what the fuck is going to be happening on the news, or what laws, and what fucking school shootings, and what fucking cops killings, and fucking, like, it's just, life is so particularly unpredictable right now. And I know for me, as a person who likes to plan everything out, it's hard sometimes when life is just not as predictable as you're used to. Because I've always had a plan for my life, of the way that, like, life was gonna go. Raisin's trying to play with my phone right now, but I always had a plan of how my life was gonna go. I'm going to go to high school, and then I'm going to go to college, and then I'm going to get the job, and then I am going to make 6 figures, and then I'm going to meet my spouse, and then I'm going to live in the house, and then I'm going to get the kids, and the happily ever after, and all the, like, my life was always, like, planned out. And I kind of reached a point where I realized that my life had gone according to plans, but I could also acknowledge that things don't always go according to plan. And I also realized that the plan that I made when I was fucking 14 was not what I actually wanted with my life. And I had to sit back and be like, well, bitch, what do you want? What do you want for your life? And so that is kind of the place that I'm at right now. What do I want for my life? And it doesn't feel like an existential crisis. It doesn't feel like a midlife crisis. It just feels like a period where I get to, like, just kind of take a pause and take a break and really just reevaluate what I want and what I am feeling in this very moment. Because honestly, 2 hours before I sat down to record this episode, I was thinking, like, what are you feeling right now? What are you feeling right now? Like, are you happy right now? Are you depressed right now? Are you anxious right now? Are you just calm right now? Like, what are you feeling? Are you sad? I really just couldn't quite pinpoint what I was feeling. So, it's hard to kind of move and figure shit out when you literally don't know, like, where you are. So I'm kind of just in a limbo, but things are not bad. Like, financially, I'm good. Mentally, I think I'm good. Like, socially, I'm good. My family is good. Health is good. Like, things are good. It's just like, it really just feels like there's a little bit of chaos. Just feels like there's, like, a lot of moving parts right now. And I'm just trying my best to, like, keep up with them. So this weekend is the Neon Jungle Play Party. And I am actually, like, I don't want to say actually, because it's not a surprise. I'm really fucking excited about this. This is my first event. My first, like, real event on my own. It sold out. I knew that it would, though. It's a really dope crowd coming. I'm really excited, and I want to make sure that it is up to my expectations, and I want to make sure that everybody has a really good time. So next time y'all hear me on the podcast, y'all will be able to talk about the Neon Jungle Play Party in DC. Raisin, please stop scratching me, because I will put your ass down. He wants attention, y'all. Y'all know my baby just be needy as fuck. Alright, let me tell y'all what I did. Last week. I tell you what I did last night. Alright, so last week, y'all remember the couple that I played with, I think on the last episode, the second to last episode, right? Like, I was telling y'all that I played with this couple, right? Well, I had a play session with the husband of that couple, and it was so nice. It is so nice to be with somebody, amongst somebody who genuinely wants to please you. Like, really wants to please you. Niggas tell me all the time they're pleasers and they get off on pleasing me and shit like that, and then it becomes very apparent that that's not exactly how they feel. I am a pleaser, and it's one of my favorite things and one of my least favorite things about myself at the same time. I'm a pleaser so much that because I enjoy it, but I feel like parts of me neglect myself in pleasing other people sometimes. Like, I get so lost in it that at the end of it, I be like, but what about me? Like, I want some attention too. Like, I want some too. and I'll get lost in that, and I'll just kind of brush off, be like, oh well, next time or whatever. So I don't like that. I don't think that that's the best quality to have. Or sometimes when people do want to like please me, I'm kind of like, I feel like I haven't earned it, right? I haven't worked enough to deserve it, and so I'm like, no, 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 and I'll feel like I need to like overcompensate, but for what? It's fucking stupid. It's like, what is it? Analysis paralysis. It's dumb as fuck. So I had a play session with the husband of the couple, and he is a pleaser. He is a pleaser, and it is nice to like sit back and receive. It's so nice. So I showed up to their place, and we sat down, we smoked, we ate pizza, we drank wine and just chilled. And then I like went to the bathroom to go like freshen up. And I came out the bathroom, and the lights were, the color lights were out. The massage table was out. The coconut oil was warmed up. It was just, the music was queued up. The attention to detail was A1. I told him while we were sitting there talking, I was telling him that like, I don't like to smoke leaves. I smoke papers. And so when I came out, he was like, I rolled you a joint with papers because you said you didn't like leaves. I was like, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. So I smoked. And then this man gave me a massage, y'all. He gave me a massage top to bottom. I don't think that there was a single part of my body that this man did not touch, except for my pussy. He ain't really get into the pussy yet. But he gave me a really good massage, full body. It was great. And then I moved to the bed, and this man just started like devouring my pussy. Not just eating pussy, not just licking pussy, not just sucking pussy, but really like feasting on my vagina. Not my vagina, feasting on my vulva. Okay? It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And then we moved into some sex, and it was great. And the fingers in the butt, all of it was just great. Like, and then the fucking squirting was just great. The bed was just, it was really, really good. And I know that you're going to listen to this, so thank you. I appreciate you. It was great. It was really good. And I I found myself the next day, I think that was a Thursday night, maybe it was a Wednesday night. I found myself the next day, like, remembering it and being like, just kind of playing back in my mind and being like, ooh, bitch, you nasty. But it's fun. I really thoroughly enjoy, his company. I enjoy playing with him. This type of situation was the type of situation that I had been like manifesting for a long time. So the fact that it is here, I'm just really appreciative. And I just kept thinking all week, well, like, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? And I know that I'm a great person and I deserve great things, but this is amazing. Somebody that wants to massage me and eat my pussy and fuck me until I come over and over and over and over and over and over again. Literally wants to keep fucking me and won't stop until I'm satisfied. Won't come until I'm satisfied. What that is rare. That is in all of the sex that I have, that is rare. That is rare, and I appreciate it, and I'm happy for it once a month when I get it. But it brought me to what I wanted to talk about this week, and that is casual sex. So I feel like people have different definitions of casual sex, but this is Maj's podcast, so we're going to talk about what Maj thinks, right? So what is my like idea or my definition of casual sex? Casual sex to me is I kind of hate the idea when people say like no strings attached, right? Because I feel like when people say no strings attached, they mean like this like emotionally unavailable hookup kind of thing. And I don't feel that way about the people that I have casual sex with. And, you know, I've talked about this before. The people that I have sex with, especially the people that I have sex with repeatedly, I care about them. You know, there is, for some people there, you know, from all of them, there is some type of love there. There is some type of care and consideration there, because if there isn't care and consideration, I cannot continue to have sex with somebody that there isn't care and consideration for, because, you know, I get to a point where I don't want to please you. You know, I'm not necessarily concerned about pleasing you. You know, I might not feel like you want to do the same for me. You might not be empathetic, which I've realized in recent months that like empathy is super important for a person to have. So I just, you know, I don't think that it's this no strings attached thing, right? Because I think that you're sharing an intimate, special part of yourself with somebody. Sex is this intimate, special part of yourself. And there is going to be some type of something. There's going to be some type of feelings and stuff there. So, my idea of casual sex is sex with an understanding that the basis of the relationship is sex. That to me is like my definition of casual sex. But sometimes casual sex crosses a line where it's like it's not casual sex anymore, and if you don't communicate it, then you're kind of left in a place of like, well, what is it, kind of thing. So then I started wondering, like, well, what keeps casual sex from going into that place where it's no longer casual sex? Because I've definitely had, you know, friends with benefits relationships with people that have crossed the line, and then I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on? What are we? We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. You know, I've definitely ended up in situations like that. So I was like, well, what boundaries do I set to make sure that my casual sex doesn't fall into those things? And I said, you know what? I don't do a very good job at setting those boundaries. I don't always fall into situations where my casual sex partners turn into something else, or things get messy or tricky or complicated, but I definitely have. And when I have, it was because I did not set clear boundaries. So then I said, okay, what are boundaries and rules for casual sex? So here are some boundaries and rules that I came up with for me, things that work for me when it comes to casual sex. I said this before, but like when I'm having casual sex with somebody, they can't be the only person that I'm fucking. Because if I'm always relying on you for my sexual needs, then I might start, you know, looking to you for other intimate or emotional needs. So that is one rule that I've come up with for myself. Another one is I really don't want to see you more than once a week. I need to keep it like I want to keep almost like a rotation kind of thing going on. No more than once a week. Once a week is more than enough. And usually you're busy. I'm busy. Once a week is a sweet spot for me. I also realized in my casual sex, I can't get too kinky. Right? Yes, I do enjoy kinky sex and kinky things, but I realized in my casual sex with my casual sex partners, I can't get too kinky because, right? If things get too kinky and if things get too nasty, I love me a nasty motherfucker. I love me a nasty motherfucker. And you know how some people, like, if the dick is too good, you look past things. Or if they're too attractive, you look past things. They got too much money, you look past things, right? If a nigga is too nasty, I'll start looking past shit. So, no, he can't. Things can't get too kinky. They can't get too nasty because I love that shit too much, and it will fuck me up. Like, that person just can't be, I hate to say it this way, but like, that person can't be too perfect. If somebody I cannot have casual sex with somebody or be in a casual sex relationship with somebody who like checks every box. If you check every box, it ain't gonna be that. It ain't gonna be that. And so I have to acknowledge that from the beginning and be a big girl and put on the big girl panties and say, nah, it ain't gonna work like that for me. I've heard people say, like, if it's casual sex, then they won't spend the night. Like, that's a rule for some people. And under normal circumstances, that is a rule. That would be a rule for me. But oftentimes, I'm traveling far farther than I want to have to drive back at night. So, I'm gonna spend the night. I'm gonna spend the night, love. If I'm driving 2 hours to come and fuck you, I'm spending the night. Okay? And if it's a weekday, I'm working from your place. Give me the Wi-Fi password. I'm working for your place in the morning. And then by lunchtime, I will be the fuck out. But like, I used to do the I'm not spending the night thing. And if I'm close enough to home, I'm not going to spend the night because I like sleeping by myself. I be snoring sometimes and I don't need everybody hearing me snore. You know, sleep ain't always cute and shit. And I also like a queen size bed. A queen size bed really ain't made for two people, y'all. Queen size beds are really made for one fucking person. I want my space. I want to spread out. And I also, y'all see Ray. Y'all probably can't see him on my lap. My cat is clingy as fuck. My cat sleeps in my bed. Like, I like sleeping with my cat. He's just like that teddy bear that's always there. So like, I enjoy sleeping in my bed at the end of a night. Another thing I realize with casual sex and casual sex partners is like, if it's a sexual based relationship, this is a casual, sexual relationship. If this basis of our relationship is sex, that's the basis of our relationship. I'm not going to give you much more of me. I'm not going to give you much more of my time. I'm not going to give you, let me not say it that way because that sounds bad. I'm just not going to do much more than sex for you. I'm not. Because I look at that as an investment. That is an investment to me. For me, that is an investment. Doing too much more, if it's like running errands or doing favors or doing any cooking or doing any like emotional laboring and stuff for you, I don't have the capacity to do that. I don't have the desire to do that for somebody who is not somebody that I see in my life holding a big player role. And so that's just not something that I'm willing to do. Look at it like a job. If your job, you go to your job to do work, and maybe I'm wrong for looking at it like this. But like, you go to your job to do your work to get your pay. So I'm not going to do extra. You're not paying me for that. Why would I do any additional work that I'm not getting paid for? That's dumb. That's energy and time that could be spent literally anywhere else. So, that's kind of how I look at my casual sex and my casual sex relationships. And those are boundaries that those are things that some of them I had thought of before, and some of them I had not really put much thought or energy into, but it's something that I'm definitely going to be paying much more attention to, because I do want to do better at setting boundaries in my sexual relationships. I definitely got my feelings hurt in a recent situation, and that was because, as I look back, there was several reasons, but primarily because I did not do a very good job at setting boundaries with this person. So, lesson learned, we put on our big girl panties and we move along. Okay. So, this week, I have decided that I am going to put you guys on to one of my favorite porn categories. Okay. So, I don't know if y'all know this about me. I'm not a huge porn watcher. I watch porn on Twitter. Every so often I go to the hub or something and find something that I want. But in general, I am not a big porn watcher. And but when I do, there are a few categories that I like really, really, I really enjoy. And one category that I just keep coming back to, I don't know why, but I keep ending up back on it. It's fucking milking porn. Milking porn is so fucking hot. The idea of like draining somebody is so hot. I think the idea of being drained is hot. Like being made to just come over and over and over again until you have nothing left. Oh, it's an exhausting feeling. It's a dehydrating feeling, but it's so good. It's so good. And being able to do that to somebody else is just really hot. Like, I enjoy when it's like the milking table and it's like the cutout. And I like milking that way. I like it regardless of how it's done. But my favorite ways are like when the person kind of can't do anything. Like, there was this one video I was watching where the guy was in a like latex bodysuit, and his like the dick hole was cut out. So all you could see was like his dick, and then I think there might have been like a breathing hole or something like that. And then he was suspended. It was a canopy bed, and he was suspended from the canopy bed, right? And he might have had maybe a foot or two under him. And the girl was like going under the canopy bed, and she would like, you know, have her titties in his face, or just be like touching herself, or like playing with his pussy, but like right at his face. And his dick was just like hard, and then she would like jerk him off and like suck his dick and stuff like that. And it was like a edging kind of thing. And then I feel like it just went into like this milking thing where she just like kept making him come in because of the way that he was like restrained. I think his arms were like bound to his chest, and she, like, as he was suspended over her, like he just couldn't do anything. So he was just left there like squirming and moaning and groaning. And it was like, it was so hot. Like, that's the type of porn that I want to see with black people. Because every time I see shit like that, they're white. I want to see that type of shit with black people. That is the type of porn that I want to make. I want to make kinky fucking porn. Okay? I want to make dope ass, fun ass fucking porn. But that's another conversation for another time, y'all. When my porn career take off, just know my shit is going to be lit as fuck. Alright? So definitely check out milking porn. I think it's really fucking hot. Send me some good milking porn links if you find some. But I really, if you're not like already abreast to it, definitely check it out. So this week we're gonna add one song to the playlist. What's the playlist, y'all? The playlist is a playlist to play to. The playlist, okay? You can find the playlist on Spotify or on Apple Music. You can also click the link in my bio to take you to the Spotify or Apple playlist, okay? So the song that I'm adding to the playlist this week is Hold On by The Internet. Super duper sexy song. I was listening to it earlier today, and I was like, this is the one. This is the one. So check it out on the playlist. Check out the playlist. It's a it's a really dope playlist. It's a really, really sexy playlist. I'm going to be playing it at the Neon Jungle Play Party this weekend. And so before I head out this week, this episode, I'm going to close with an affirmation that someone actually sent me 2 days ago, and I said, The affirmation is, I am moving towards my purpose with every radical life change. I am moving towards my purpose with every radical life change. And I feel that shit. Life is just changing so much. And sometimes when you're in it and when you're in the thick of it, you can't really see why the shit is happening. But then something magical happens, something beautiful happens, and you're like, okay, all right. I knew it was all going to work out. I knew this was part of a bigger goal. So have faith in that and understand that. That is really important. So with that being said, I'm going to peace out. I am going to go to bed because I got to get ready for the Neon Jungle Play Party this weekend. And I'm also getting ready to record some episodes for the podcast next week that are going to be really good. So let me go. I love you guys. Raisin, say goodnight. Raisin said goodnight. Bye, y'all. I said goodnight. Well, I'm saying goodnight because I'm about to go to bed because I'm tired. Good day. Good day, sir. Good day, ma'am. I don't know what time you're listening to this, but peace out is what I'm getting at.